Come forward. Just move a bit back, boss.
The legs. Yeah. Try get it over.
Content over everything. You bang out water. You stood with him, fam.
Wait. You should go on camera. You should go on camera and apologise to the black community.
Apologise. Apologise to the community. You know what you done before. Let him apologise. Hold on. One order. Say nothing, bruv. Say nothing.
I defend freedom of speech, and I defend the right people to say what they want to say, right? But there's consequences, especially if what you're saying is out of context, yeah? But let me say this, I'm offended by anybody using the N-word. Anybody. My behaviour last week, I was embarrassed when I look back.
Why? What are you
but
talking
at
about?
the time,
They don't know what you're chatting about.
Okay, when the man was using the word, when Tan was using the N-word, yeah, I was around, yeah, I was laughing with the people, yeah, with everybody else, right? That's embarrassing. I should have done that. But I defend everyone's right for freedom of speech.
So you defend his right
Sorry?
to say it?
Yeah, I fucked up.
No freedom of hate. No freedom of hate, bro.
I still defend freedom of speech.
Alright, so what about freedom of hate then?
Sorry?
Because he was speaking freedom of hate.
Sorry?
He was speaking freedom of hate.
So what does freedom of hate
I don't
have
agree
a
with what he was saying.
Freedom of speech.
I don't agree with what he was saying.
Does freedom of hate have a limit?
Sorry?
Because you don't agree with what he says, yeah? But you still feel he has the right to say it as freedom of speech, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
So you're only apologising for not reacting and telling him that you disagree with that terminology.
I agree with anyone.
Yeah.
No.
What he was determined at the N-word.
I'm apologising for the way I look, smiling and laughing and not saying anything to him at the particular time, rather than saying something afterwards.
So you should have said something at the time.
I should have said something at the time.
Thank you. That's what you wanted to hear.
If he was there, the man was on a rant, right? So
his rant would have come to an end. I guarantee you,
He's
bro.
coming to an end.
Just like he did today. He tried the same thing. He tried the same.
As I
When
look
real
back-
man them was
as I
around,
look back, I
not no
wasn't
Callan,
myself.
not no
Because I
Callan.
wasn't
When
myself.
real man them was
At the
around,
time,
that speech
yeah,
was done.
At the time,
Done.
I was laughing.
Your manifesto got a rip-off. Yeah?
When I look back, it looks bad. And even I'm embarrassed by my behaviour.
Say no more.
Say no more.
I'm not following anyone.
Respect that.
I'm not following anyone. No, wait. I'm here on my own.
But he said so, fam.
I'm here on my own. I don't follow nobody.
You know what it looks like? You know what it looks like when we see you with Tan all the time?
You look like Tan security
I'm not
guard.
with Tan all the time.
You look like Tan security guard. Tan's personal
I'm not
security
with anyone all
guard.
the
You kind of act like that still.
Turkish crackhead. Who else? Rod.
Yeah, but
You follow them.
Now, but real talk, big bro.
Follow them.
You should roll with him like that, Tan.
I'm not rolling with him, respect.
I'm
I'm not rolling with him. I'm not rolling with
You
him.
should show them, man. You know them, man. They got mental issues and they're spewing so much hate.
Giving the police
It's not good to see any black man. Yeah, even going around them, man. There. You should, anytime you see someone speaking like that, you should be schooling them. Even if it's towards the Muslims that you don't even like. Man, have to have an order of how we speak, because we're big man. You understand? Because my thing is, if I'm angry at Tan speaking to my people like that, I didn't mess with Tan before he said anything about black people. Because what he was saying, how he was dealing with the Muslims. And I knew that from the way he's dealing with the Muslims, it's just open.
He's not our guy.
But who was associated with the most? Who was associating most when he was criticising the Muslims? It was Muslims who was associating with most. It was Muslims who were circulating around him when he was criticising the Muslims. Why? Because everybody thinks that Tan is like car crash TV. What's he gonna say next? So the man, you take him too seriously. The man just an entertainer.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry?
That's why I haven't spoken on him. I'm only speaking on him now. How he's been run out and he's not coming back.
You get me? So of course Muslims gonna be surrounding him.
Aren't you giving him more energy?
Like,
Aren't you giving him more energy by surrounding him?
Yeah, that we shouldn't be doing that as well, but we don't be surrounding man.
No, you have to admit, the reason you lot was circulating
You don't understand.
because
Black
it's
brother,
car
you
crash
lot are
TV.
pissing me off with this fucking
Car
Black
crash
brother
TV.
shit.
what's that?
I don't wanna hear Black brother shit. Listen, man, I be your Black brother. I'm push up blind. One second. So this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of this, yeah? When it was Kalam, when it's this brother, oh, he's our black brother, it's our black brother. You don't want to decide, yeah? Make these men decide that they're your black brother before they stand by man that is violating the thing. Once a man is violating the thing and he stands with man, yeah, he could be black little more, bruv. Just like, this ain't amongst ourselves, we're speaking everyone has to do that chat.
You can't keep on leaving it.
Everyone has to do that chat. You go and stand, 1 second, you go and talk behind closed doors, yeah, about black brotherhood, yeah, and then in front of the camera, you stand behind the Chinese man and he's saying nigger, a monkey, and this and that, and you're like,
No.
That's why I said.
I'm with you.
So obviously we're gonna.
with you on that
I
one,
know,
I'm with you
bro.
on
I
that
told
one.
him to make this apology for.
No, but I'm
So
saying,
what I'm saying,
you don't need to
I
be
know
hard
this.
with him like
I'm not
that.
being hard with him.
He knows.
I'm just speaking the realness.
I
I'm
know.
not being
But
hard.
what I'm saying is he's got tears in his eyes, innit? So we don't
Bro,
need to be
like, listen.
We have to teach
Forget that
We have to teach check our people.
Hear what man's saying. Man's got
Because of the bombing what's going on.
We apologise, that's it.
Alright, cool. But bro, you know what?
Anyone who's messing with the black community, anyone who's messing with the black community, yeah, and wants to carry on messing with the black community, you understand, fam? If you mess with the black community and you persist to do the thing, then there's a problem in it. You understand? If you don't want to put it right, then there's a problem. But this brother's come on camera, which takes a lot of balls. Yeah, he said the thing. You get me? I can see tears coming out his eyes, but he's trying to hold it back. So man, not gonna give him bare fire.
No, we try to do that.
Man, not trying to make him. Man, not trying to break him down. Man, trying to build him up same time. Because you're my big brother.
But you also understand, yeah, today he used the N-word, you never see me anywhere near him.
Yeah.
Because the first time, the first time you should have reacted straight away.
Yeah, you said that.
You was laughing, bro. That's what.
No,
it's disgusting. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw the video,
I took people around me.
We also the video.
But I didn't look bad. It does look bad because I was laughing.
you know what happened
But
to
you
him?
deserve
Let
forgiveness.
me tell you what happened to him. Pack mentality. Let me tell you what happened to him. Pack mentality. He was surrounded.
Yeah.
You see when you're surrounded, see when you're in like a black person that's in a white workplace, yeah, and they bust their little monkey joke. The black person might laugh. Come and surrounded by negative energy. You understand? As soon as the brothers have come out, the real brothers have come out, and man said, you understand? As soon as Jedi and them and everyone's questioning, brothers said, okay. You understand? So boom, man just leave it there. You understand, fam? Obviously, I ain't gonna lie, I was disgusted. I'm disgusted at anyone supporting Tommy Robinson, Tan, any of these weird guys, fam. I don't know why we're supporting them. As black people, we've got too much issues in our own community, uncle. Our own little brothers, there's too much issues in our community for us to give energy to people like that are only going to create more division. That's my thing from our company park.
Like Sarah and what's his name, Callum, making excuses.
It's long.
On that live stream, did you see that? He's saying I'm racist. He's saying I'm racist, yeah, and they're saying like, you know what?
The hate is
Are you
greater
racist?
than-
Are you racist?
You know what? The hate for
I'm
Islam
saying
is
I'm
greater
racist.
than any other colour. They'll let him get away with anything. Today, they'll make sense of that. If it's not Muslim, they'll start
this,
bashing.
man? What's that?
Islam is racist. All of that thing. You get
But
me?
here's the problem.
It's not
Just to rectify what I've got. When we come down here, most brothers don't stand up for the brothers. So when you're saying, we hear all the time, man allow people to get away with certain stuff. You understand?
We should address this.
I know, but because we was dealing with
on this thing to make us look bad. They latch on this thing
no,
to-
don't get caught up that. Because what it is, all we was doing is really checking my man.
There's no way.
That's all.
And I like what you're saying, my man. And I agree 100% with what you're saying. But at the time, yeah, you was there. I was ranting.
I've had debates this whole week with people telling me not to slap man up. Don't get told. Slap man up. Like, are you mad? Like, put the video with man saying nigga, and then put the video with man smacking man up, and I'll be in my jail. I'll be doing nice time in my jail. I swear down. Yeah,
But respect,
you can't buy it.
if you was there, right, you didn't know what to you didn't know what the man's gonna say. Now, even though I should have laughed and all that, I wasn't laughing with the man. I was laughing around. But you was around. You might have even laughed yourself.
No, I would have stuck out. That's my team. Don't let that violate.
And if a man says before he's gonna go do a speech, he's got 17 pages of ranting, yeah, you're gonna have to think to yourself, am I gonna take this seriously or am I just gonna laugh along?
You gotta take it for face value. You saying that? You saying listen.
My mistake is that I should have either just kept my mouth shut or I should have escaped. But
No, you should have showed your disgust straight away. Show your disgust and move off. That's what you should have done. Yeah, it's a move.
You don't mean that you sympathise. You don't mean that. Just language. You check it. Say, yo, my brother.
Don't sympathise with them, man.
Remember freedom of speech. So you were free to condemn what he said. That's it. Yeah. Don't let no fear, with no peer pressure or police behind you. A Chinese man can stand in front of you, say nigga this, nigga that, and there's no reaction except for nigga giggling. It's the same thing that man like Kalam's getting crucified for. Yeah. For them man that are, if I don't want to use the word, the man that are you.
Just choose your friends right, your people right.
Yeah, no, Kalam's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
The Zionist thing, man. Different Zionist.
Man's hearing time talk on the show, and I'm hearing, that's what I'm saying. I ain't even tried, but yeah. In time. But man's not trying to, I'm not out here trying to fuel the division. Some people like to see division in the black community as well, you know. Some people like to see Mackie and Kalam in that fight because they just like to see so man ain't playing into that. But at the same time, if my own brother does something wrong, I gotta tell him.
Man is taking this from comedy shows that, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull out Jedi and Respect and gang and all the rest of them niggas. And man are laughing. And Ken is laughing. Oh my God.
Title TV.
And then as soon as I get Kalam, I'm gonna start sticking on him. Guess what happens? These kind-hearted, brainwashed black people that's got this Christianity in their soul. Turn the other shit. Oh, you know what I mean? My brother until your brother. Brother.
Yeah, I don't allow
what
that.
the man them have to do to show that they're not on what you're on and they don't care about what you're on. What is it man needs to do, fam? Next thing, the racist girl come, they're getting hotted. What do you mean? Any racist person is going to be openly racist or supporting open racist, going to come amongst the man of free individuals, man's going to bun them out. And then we'll bun them out anywhere we see them. It could be you, how we bun out you. What do you meant to do? That's your social right. Yeah, your social right to speak out against fuckery. Yeah, wherever you see it. I've never seen the police more active than for this agent. I've seen 4 undercover agents. I've seen shit I've never seen. I've seen impacts on a Saturday. Yeah. Bro, I've seen incredible things. I've seen, bro.
And I didn't even see the incident. I was over here when you lot were over there. I was over there.
Trying to get to man.
I was smoking. You lot were over there.
You just see this? I reckon he dropped his ID somewhere. But they come around with the lights. They're not going to tell you what it is.
Too many agents, man.
Their agents are there. Remember, this is associated experiment. End of story.
Definitely, I agree.
How we react gauges. So my thing is this.
Definitely.
Yeah? If we're passive, they're going to say, okay, we can push this line. Yeah? If we overreact, they're going to say, all right, boom, this is the way to press their buttons. It might have to be natural, bro. But they're the ones playing the experiment, innit? They're the ones playing
10 steps ahead. They 100 steps ahead.
I'm not going to lie. I thought
They say with people 100 steps ahead.
Are you a police officer?
Just like this.
You have a relation, man's Terminator, not police officer.
MI6, MI5.
And then I thought you was one of time security. Because I've seen like 2 or 3 clips. I don't watch Tan's videos, but I've seen clips and I've seen
No. The first time he came to Speaker's Corner, yeah, I saw him surrounded. I thought he was gonna get hit, yeah. So I just thought to myself, I'm gonna make sure this guy is safe. Now I would have done that for anybody.
This is one of our issues. This is one of our issues.
Yeah, man,
this hero complex
can't
thing,
back a man that started beef. You see a man that started, you see your brethren that starts beef, you can't back him. Because your brethren that starts beef doesn't care when you get stabbed and your mum's going to your funeral when he started his beef. So you're bridging with the loose lips. You're bridging with the loose. The bridging that always wants to start. So someone like Tan, you can't back them, man.
You have to correct
because
this, man.
they're going out there antagonising people.
None of the videos I've seen you
get stand for him, and then he goes back to where he come from.
None of the videos I've never seen you correcting Tan.
Can't back that. You can only back righteousness.
And you never seen me correct
Trust me.
I've never seen you correcting Tan.
Because I believe he's right freedom of speech.
But he's doing hate speech, you need to counter it, innit? You get it? If you stand with the truth and just, you need to counter the hate that he preaches. I haven't seen none from him.
When he's speaking, when he's speaking to someone or he's making a speech.
But, no, I don't want to be recorded. I don't want to be recorded.
The only thing I'll say is that he did warn you before he done that passage. He said, I'm going to do N next. And he warned you, which is a sign of respect to you. And at the end of the speech, the segment, you said, I'll see you later. He said it in a joking way, but he said, I'll see you later. Like, I'm going to pull you up on this. I don't know if he did or not, but that's what it come across in the film.
It's like normalising the
manifesto, I watched it all. So I saw your reaction, and I saw him warn you beforehand, before he did that segment. So, and he warned you beforehand, and you said, okay. So that's what I make of it.
It's embarrassing.
I charged for this, you know that.
No,
Did you pull him up on it afterwards, though?
Yes, I did.
Just that shawarma.
And you wouldn't know what he said? No, what did you say? You don't care. Sorry?
Did you call him out on that?
I said you can't be using that again. No, I said you can use that, but be careful, use it in context or don't use it again.
No, you disowned
And use it again.
His veins are popping, man. I saw it. He done it about 9,
Yeah, man,
10
you need to
times.
correct him, man. It's freedom of
His
speech.
veins are
But
popping.
you can't let a man hate, man.
People have been keep advising you.
And he goes, what?
It's statistics.
Imagine, yeah, I preach, imagine I preach and no one's there to correct me. You get it? No one's there to correct me. I'll be just hating, causing madness amongst people.
I'm on my own.
I've never witnessed him correcting. I've never seen
Always
it.
came and said like to you.
He even said me he didn't correct him.
After camera, I tell Tan, this is not helpful for you, and he says, well,
I'll give you the benefit of that.
It's clear that some people are here for public. Like they want to do everything in public.
Right, for like 5 days, I think we'll be at it.
But you know why? Because a lot of people from outside, they don't know what's happening here in GA. But when they see hate is spreading on the camera, it's always good to correct on the camera. So people from there, they know that they can't really judge us, man.
Yeah, but they're judging him to say that as if he agrees with it. Why can't they judge him and give him that?
Yeah, because they don't see it, but they only see him back in the team. Not defending him and
I didn't see him back in the
Brother, I've seen
him back in maybe some part.
Not anywhere, but
He doesn't say anything racist.
He went back into his history.
No, I'm not talking about racism.
That's what he's that's the accusation. He can stand with him whenever he wants to stand with him. When he's I had a big one was standing there, laughing at us. But she got it back down again.
It don't look good. I mean, and even when I look back at it, I'm embarrassed by my behaviour. I should have been quiet.
I think that you was thinking that he was joking at first. Maybe that's why.
You don't say this right. You don't hate. That's not you're kind of joking.
I just thought it was ranting. I just thought it was a rant.
You have to understand, you know, if someone calls your community something, or you believe something that you can't take me as a joke. It's like now saying me and you are friends. Yeah, you feel like that's why we saw you used to be in kind of time. So I told you what you just said. Don't you think it's wrong for me to say that? Even though if I feel like
okay, let me say something. Let me say, if this guy said right, he's got 17 pages right, where he's gonna say he's gonna fuck everybody, yeah, and then he goes for a speech of hatred, yeah. Isn't a part of you gonna have a nervous laughter, or you just gonna say, or you just be standing there and just listen very seriously?
if someone say something about my community, I'll be freezing.
No, but he was insulting other people as well. The whole speech was a criticism. Yeah. So.
And all of you guys were taking it light, having a laugh out of it. People were laughing.
That's some people's reaction, though.
Yeah.
Some people want to laugh things off. There's no set way of behaving when you hear such news.
Greater, and let's slide what dancing is. I'm sorry for this. But just what I saw for them.
They're all done.
So you're done with Tan, yeah?
Are you done?
Tan's not coming back.
You got something to say? No, I was just going to say that I just think that people should.
Banded with the, come on.
No, I was going to say that I don't agree with doing this kind of thing open in public. If you have something wrong with, obviously, the way Moses behaved, you should pull him to the side and say, Moses, this is what you should have done. Otherwise, I think that's more productive than having a group of people gang up on someone and saying, you should have done this, you should have done that. His natural reaction, you know what's natural reaction is the same all the time. And then there's another thing as well that I wanted to point across. A lot of other people are jumping on this thing like they really care about us. I don't think they give a fuck. I think they're just jumping on it. They don't care, they're just jumping on it because they want everybody that was associated with Tan, everybody who criticised Islam, everybody who was, you know, who Tan said anything against, is now getting involved because it's Tan, yeah. Yeah, they don't really care about his behaviour. Yeah, they don't really care.
And I want to say one thing as well.
And I don't agree with Tan. I'll never see.
You can believe in freedom of speech. You can believe in freedom of speech without believing in what a man is saying. It's as simple as that.
It wasn't because of Tan.
And I was offended,
right?
but I believe in freedom of speech.
Whether it was a Muslim, whether it was an Asian, wherever you were, it's not because of Tan they were here. It was because of the way and how disrespectful this Tan guy was. Okay? So, huh? Oh, is it on? Is it on? Oh, I thought it was off. I thought it was off. Oh, sorry. So it wasn't because of Tan, yeah? Whether he was Muslim, because Muslim people have black, white, all sorts of colours, right? Same thing with even African people. Last time I was listening to this video by Kalam and on Titans TV.
The live stream.
Right, on the live stream. And it was fucking, sorry to use bad words, but it was disgusting. It was really disgusting. And the sad thing was like, Kalam and them Sarah guys, yeah? If wallahi, I swear to God, if that was an Asian Muslim or some other Muslim guy, and he said those kind of words, this park would have been blown off by now. It would have been blown off. But like Kalam and them guys, they were like laughing off. Like it was nothing.
Did you see Sarah?
It was nothing.
His question.
Right?
I think it's very clear.
Are you serious? No,
very
look,
clear.
Who do you like?
You said something wrong.
Rather than
it
saying
wasn't,
if off.
you said like everybody's coming out here because they care. It's not because everybody cares. It's because we care.
saying it because they don't
this
care.
guy, he's a common enemy. He's your enemy and he's my enemy. No, he
If
is.
Callum invites someone to his show, yeah, he has to talk to the person. He invited him onto his show, so he has to talk to the guy.
But there's a limit, bro.
There's a limit.
There's a limit. He crossed the limit.
But how could you laugh at it? At least there's a limit.
That's
Freedom
his
of speech.
That's his platform. That's his house.
Look,
Nah.
if you believe freedom of speech and you invite someone on your show,
The guy
you let them
said-
speak.
the guy literally
and then if
said-
they dig their own grave, they dig their own grave.
Okay, listen to this.
But
Yeah?
no one
Did you
refuted him.
Tan
No one
dug his own
refuted.
grave on that video.
Nobody refuted
I
his
saw
claim.
Titan TV. Callum never dug his grave for him. Tan dug his own grave.
Listen, stop defeating Tan for any reason, yeah? Did anybody refute Tan?
In the conversation.
Huh?
No, he just asked him questions and let the
No,
man dig his own grave.
they asked him questions, right? But rather,
Wait. To be fair to Callum, on his show, he doesn't do that. Like, he won't question what you're saying.
He asks questions.
Bro,
Cracker. He's not saying.
You know what? It's like me coming to your house as a guest.
No, wait.
Let's not go into Callum now because this guy's
He don't say. He don't question.
no, I'm talking about Tan.
He will let you say what you're saying.
But the thing is this.
He might smile and grin, even if he disagrees with your point.
Yeah, he'll let you
He'll
speak.
still let you say your
He'll let
point.
you speak.
You get me? So,
Cool.
man shooting him for that.
What point are you trying to bring up?
No,
But he didn't like feel it. He made them feel welcome.
That's what
Yeah,
he does though.
but
On his show, he's actually
He let the man dig his own grave.
Callum's not here
He really
at this
like-
precise moment, so
you should be here by now. But listen, this is the truth though. Still, it doesn't matter whether you was black, whether you was Asian. This Tan guy disrespected us all. Whether he was a
Did you hear
Muslim or
what Ken said
Christian.
to him? He goes, "Are you fucking idiot?" He goes, "Are you fucking idiot?" Like, because I'm telling you, I'm racist.
Literally on his
And then
face.
he actually disrespected Callum.
And he was
goes,
laughing
"Are you
off.
fucking idiot? Are you low IQ or something?"
when he said he's racist, Callum may not have believed him initially. He might have just thinking,
How
oh,
do you
he's
know?
just-
How
You
do
know my problem
how
is.
do
You know my problem is.
I
Will
think
Callum
Callum
make
told me that.
excuses
I
like that for like Uncle Omar, for example? Will he make it same sort of excuses?
Maybe he
Would he
won't.
say, "Oh, Uncle Omar,
But when
poor
are you guys
English"?
gonna chase Uncle Omar at the pub like you did with Tan today. Because you're all very quick to run after Tan when he was moving. But
That's a good point he's making.
What do you mean chase at the park? You know what?
half the people that were running to chase Tan out weren't black.
Oh my God, yeah, he's been disowned. He's been disowned.
I didn't see you guys running to.
Why should we run him out? He's not acting like Tan.
He
The
was-
guy, the one
but
Uncle
I'm sure
Omar.
he called us baboons or something.
No. He called Kalam. He called
Another
Kalam
guy-
because you worship.
There's a guy on COE.
No. He called
the guy they
Kalam.
call Rap Boy.
I don't agree with that.
By the way, look,
no one chased him out
this
either.
Uncle Omar you're talking about, he's an African anyway. At the end of the day, Uncle
not
Omar,
black people violent.
Uncle
He's not
Omar,
black people violent.
listen, at the end of the day, an African cannot be racist to an African, like a black guy. Listen, Uncle Omar is an African.
I don't know,
right?
he's not black.
He's
He's not
an
black.
Egyptian. He's an Egyptian. He's a mix. He's a mix of black and Arab. You can literally see from the mix. Anyways, long story short. Wait. I didn't say you could call you a baboon. But whether, I didn't say he could call you that. But I'm just saying, whether he said that or not, he's a black guy anyways. If a black guy called you a nigga, if I said to you nigga, would you get angry? Nah. So now the point is, look, last time there was a time.
If you're trying to compare Uncle Omar and Tan, you can't. You can't
I'm not
compare
comparing them in a sense. I'm saying that they both use racial slurs.
Yes.
One called us a baboon.
And he apologized.
One of them was consistent, and one of them you only said it one time.
Yes. And
How many times do you have to say it for you guys to get the message?
No, but one of them was very
he didn't know
consistent.
his language is poor language.
Yeah.
His English is
It
bad.
was so consistent.
you got a-
You know what? Yeah,
Tan
we
was
disowned him. We
consistent.
told him, you know what? We
What
didn't
about
agree with
Omar? He said it
it.
one
And now
time.
look, it's gone. It's
What
done.
I'm trying to bring out
He's not
is that
coming
you
back.
guys.
And he apologized, by the way. He
Yeah, you
apologized
know.
on video.
I know.
Half the
He
people
literally
that
said,
were
sorry,
running
what code
Tan
do you
out,
want?
half the people that were running Tan out were not running Uncle Omar out.
Nah.
So half the people are not even concerned about the actual fact that Tan has said something of a racial slur. All they're concerned about is this person's said something to them previously, and now they all want to jump onto
All right,
it.
1 to 10, yeah? Which one's worse? Kalam or,
I don't rate
Tan
things like
or...
that. I don't do this rating thing. They both said something racist. They both
Yeah, but also it depends. Look, how about this? I'll give you. How about? Okay, how about this? Imagine there are two kind of bullies, yeah? A bully that bullied you but said sorry, I bullied you, and a bully that keeps bullying you every day. Who's worse? Now, who's worse though? But one of them said sorry. I said, I'm really sorry from the bottom of my heart. Forgive me. Now who would you accept in your community again? I would rather accept the one that actually said sorry because he's sincere.
The old man would tell a grown man.
Yeah, but he said sorry. Whereby Tan was in your face saying you are Negro. You have a low IQ. How could you accept that? And the reason why some Asian Muslim had to run after him is because he was a common enemy. He was your enemy and he was their enemy.
Thank you. Because they're a common enemy. That's why they jump in.
Yeah, because he's a common enemy. Both of us. Well, he talked about you, he talked about us.
Yeah.
Again, as Muslims, he disrespected Muslims, he disrespected black people. And don't not forget there are black Muslims like me. So I have to go run after him. So at the end of the day, Tan is messed up, man. No one should defend him, Tan. No one should defend Tan in any way, in any purpose. No way. It can't be happening, bro. Like you can't compare people like Uncle Omar and Tan. It's no comparison. You can't compare that.
No one's comparing.
You can't compare that.
No one's comparing them. Like I said to you, they're both racist. That's what I said to you. I didn't compare them.
They are.
If you want to compare them, you compare them. I'm not comparing
They
them.
are, but one of them recognized it. He said, all right, sorry, I was wrong. Another guy kept saying, nah, I'm right, 100% sure. And worst of all, I'm sure, look, I'm sure people
What are
like...
these chicks on?
I'm just saying, bro, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when someone, calls an Asian guy, you're a black guy. If someone beats racist to an Asian guy, you as a black man, you should have morals to defend that guy, right?
Sorry, say that again?
I said, look, if some white guy or some next guy or black guy, whatever it is, far right, is being racist to an Asian, right, calling him names like you're this, you're that, would you stand there and watch?
Straight away, I don't tolerate racism. I'll tell them straight away.
Thank you. Now the people that ran after Tan, even though they were Asians, even though they were Muslims, they still had to run after Tan because Tan was a dickhead.
Run him out.
Exactly.
They ran him out, but I don't.
So,
No, but they never ran him out. The truth is, and let's get this right, because I've already seen a few titles of videos saying Tan chased out. That is a lie. Tan was approached. Tan had undercover officers with him. The officers escorted him from the park. While he was being escorted from the park, people were walking. If you look at the footage, you can see Tanner's walking and people are walking behind him. Mohib all puts his arm around him, chatting to him, rare. So he wasn't chased out.
I don't know that.
To be chased out is for you to be running and man's running after you.
Nah, what I'm talking about is the brother said the reason why a lot of non-black people were running after Tan was because it's not because they care about the black community. It's because Tan hurt them personally.
So what? I agree with that though.
But what I'm saying, the reason why that happened is because we were like, it was
I commend them. They don't care
about
about the black community and they still rid out on Tan. You lot, or some people don't care about the Muslim community and had nothing to say when Tan was going against them. So man have to weigh this up. Man's not going to demonise the Muslims that have decided to jump on it. They was on Tan already. They've been on Tan. Brought Tan out, kicked him. Man have been riding out on Tan. They've been shown, you get me? No man weren't doing that because it's like, he ain't said nothing about us. The minute he says something about us, the man them are still on them and they get energised by us. We know who we are as human beings. We energise man them. Them man are like, right, them lot, us lot, let's do this. We linked up. This is what they want though. They want us to link up because they want us to create some kind of race war. Yeah? That's the only thing. Let's not link up on falsehood. Let's not link up on the basis of what another man has pressed the buttons to try and get us to react. We've had so many opportunities in this park. We've had so many opportunities in this park for us to come together and stand in solidarity. One thing I would say, since we started this G-Circle, we did the G-Circle. What did we say it was for? Black, African, anyone that falls under those labels. The man them did the Somali Circle.
Are we going to get there now?
No, it's all love, but I have to keep pointing it out. Because you know what, I start to realise how important the Somalian community is in all of this thing. I'm starting to realise. You get me? This is why they tried to keep us separated for so long. This is why it's important to keep feeding into that. Somali's not really black, and you got Somalis like, oh yeah, we're a bit Arab, and like, this is why that division is so important.
We don't believe in the Arab.
I know you don't, but you know some do. That's the truth. No, it's not like, it's not getting into the topic. We're just saying holistically, One thing we have to take away from this is the power of the collective. Now, I'm not talking about herd mentality, I'm not talking about hive mentality, I'm just saying seeing things that are obviously wrong, and standing up together against them. We don't need a Chinese man to come and we have to celebrate. Thank you, Tan. We don't need a Chinese man to come and say a few words very rare to get us to realise, oh, we're all in this together. Man them for know that already. I've always known that. That's why I've always acted the way I've acted. Man call me a sympathiser, apologist, cool. I don't mind, bro. I don't stand for one man. I only stand for the truth and what I feel is right. I don't stand for no colour, no this, no creed, no religion, nothing. I stand for me, my family, my people, and what I think is right. And this is what we all need to like kind of wake up to that reality, Like I said, on behalf of the black African community, bare of us was silent when Tan was riding out on other people.
You know what that is, When it came to Islam, a lot of people don't agree with Islamic ideology in the park. If you're Christian, you're not going to agree with them. Obviously, other faiths as well. Callum and Sarah, they have their own personal problem with Islam as well. So naturally, when this guy comes here, no matter whatever views he might have, they don't see him as racist anyway, until he said what he said about in the last 2 weeks or so. No. Whether you thought he was racist or not, whether you said it or not.
But I know Muslims other than black who thought Tan was racist before he even said those kind of stuff. I know that.
But they might not have
has a man got a right to
Of course he has.
Yes.
He's got, look, a man has got a right to stand there in my face and call me nigger and monkey. He has the right. But if one of my brethren want to react and be like, nah, you ain't calling my picture nigger and monkey today.
Sorry, I don't want us to go.
You have to take responsibility for that. Go on from me.
So basically, because they agree with the certain aspect of criticising the ideology, I think he went too far when he threw the Quran on the floor and stuff like that. That overstepped it. But most of the other stuff, people were okay with it, and that's where I think Moses was coming from in terms of that. So at that time he was all right with it.
Well, you should say some people, not
just Moses, but some people were okay up to that kind of point. But as soon as he started pushing the boundary, as soon as he started going to the black community, straight away.
He's been pushing the boundaries from the beginning.
In terms of Islam, I don't know.
Bro, you see, this is the thing. I said to man, they banned the prayers in the park, and I said, you lot got to peep it. You got to peep it. I don't pray. I'm not Muslim, bro. But you're taking away a right from some people. I don't care if you lot pray. I don't care if you man pray, bro. If you man pray, it don't bother me. I know the people that it bothers are those ones that have the prejudice. But what's it got to do with you if man's praying? Bro, if we, like I said, if we all hold hands and say, Father, God, Jesus, we're praying, no one's going to have an issue with that. The man stands there with his Pope thing, right, that's he's evangelizing, yeah? No one has no issue. Bro, I just feel like what we need to do is stop, like what I found out about the kind of Turkishy woman that was rolling with Tan. She said she was called all kinds of names in school. She's half Greek, half Turkish, Italian. So what I find out is this victim mentality is something that runs deep in these people. They get abused as young, then they grow to be abusers or to facilitate abusers, and see abuse as normal. Racial abuse, where they're standing there laughing. Yeah. Man say monkey, where it was all funny. Oh, defend him, even though no one's attacking him, you know. For the conversation, instantly, because they know how radical the stuff he's saying is and how inflammatory the thing is saying. So as soon as they see this big black guy walking over, bruv, all I said was, what are you saying, Tam? What are you saying? And I took 2 steps, and it was like, ah! And the undercover police that was with him pulled out their badges. I said, okay, you're an agent. You're an agent.
Wow, huh?
Yeah, you're an agent. Even when I look back on the footage now, I can't see the police. Wow. He had like military grade police, you know, with him. Undercovers, and
you can see how it's
this is part of he's back. This is part of something deeper. So anyone that went to Hendon University in 2008 that knows Tan, I beg you hit me up. Yeah. Anybody in Malaysia that knows what mental hospital he was in, I forgot his second name. He was in a mental hospital. Hit me up, man. Hit me up. Let's get this more information. There's spare information about him. He's got wife, he's got kids, he left them in Malaysia. Now his whole family's had to be moved because of the stuff that he's been talking about. He's not allowed back in Malaysia. Don't ever let him lie to you. This guy's an agent. He's been there since 2008. And I guarantee you, he can speak English a lot better than what he speaks on camera. I guarantee you. Get me? Why do you think he needs to keep reading this manifesto? Because he didn't write it, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
He don't know it. He don't know it. He's not even familiar with it. He's like, he has to study it first and brace himself. Do you want me to read my manifesto, bro? No, we're not here for none of that. Change the rules, bruv. This is the last piece of thing that I'm gonna leave you lot with, yeah? At the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back in the same box. Remember that. When you're here and you're caught up in the game, remember, at the end of the game, if you're playing that game, you're just gonna go back in the same box, bro. Yeah? Don't play the game anymore. Observe the game for what it is and always be awkward, be outside of them rules so they can't hold you. This is why he tried to do his thing of Jedi and respect, we're calling you out, and gang and all you niggas, and we're calling you out. And when he came and he saw, man, he started shaking because I came like left. You get me? I didn't come with that same energy, I come different. And that's how man them need to stay. Man can't entertain these youths though, man. He's had a whole day worth of different types of conversations, so much hype. I've never seen so much police here. That should tell you something. So much police. No, to deal with this. Oh, man, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Not with this, you know. To deal with this. Man have to stop getting triggered. Another thing I'm saying, control the labels or the labels will control you. The labels are going to force you to move because you carry them so cherished to your heart and you think this is your identity. This ain't your identity though. Yeah? That any of these labels are not who you are.
Moving over to the side. Jedi.
Yo, King.
Do you still have a problem with me or not?
Nah, man. Big up, man. And I respect you for you know, I respect you for that, bro.
Bro, you apologize.
Yeah, I
That's
respect you
done.
for that.
Finished.
Still,
You're
done.
You come back and took it.
Bro,
Like you said,
like a man,
you don't need to believe in anything I believe in, bro. Just stand for decency and we're good. Get me?
That's it, done.
Yeah, let's cut. Come home. I'm used to the oneness of.
We're setting back up. Yo, we're done. I think we're there. Live, man, like Everlast.
What's up? Everlast from the park. It's like letting our hair, man. Super good. No Somali content.
I'm going to go home and go that anyway. Hey, where's time?
That married guy, though, Leo.
Thank God, long time. Where's time?
That contract's racist, blood. The way these people are looking at us like we're
Man, like respect. What are you saying, man?
Man's still rolling. And we saying cypher. Hey, come and do the cypher.
Gee, cypher. Come, let's go. Got a speaker, yeah?
What time is it?
Man a bad man. What? G cypher on a G man block. Speakers calling out, man say what?
To go home in a bit.
Man, I get hot. Any man chat shit, man, I get dropped. Man can't tell me that I ever flop. I don't want to hear man talking clocks. I don't want to hear man talking shots. I know, say I got P's on it, and I got P's on it. Hey, and I got G's on it. So I got G's on it. Hey, yo, make me get grease on there. Yo, make me get grease on there. Hey, make them leave on it. Jeez. And just back out the thing and rap. Can't tell back out.
So what happened, like, you're not going to
I heard the agency picked him up on the bus.
He wasn't with her today, what happened?
She had a gas though. She had a fence gas though. About 40,000.
I was trying to ignore her this whole time, I didn't talk to her,
Can't take over everything from your
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
It's wise that we use the N-word.
Listen. We use the word. What?
So you think it's wise that we use the N-word?
Why not? Why not?
So now yeah, when we have somebody like Tan that feel comfortable.
No, look what happened. Look what happened to Tan though.
Hold on. When you have Tan,
Look at the consequences.
Yeah. When you
He's
see
been
Tan,
banned from the park
that
now.
feels comfortable.
Now your friend Tan has been banned from the park. The reason why the officer had to tell Jedi that he was banned from the park is because you can't talk like that. And you know what? I rate my black people for that because we was ripped and we was enslaved and we was raped.